Hi everyone, my name is Dana and I am the creator of the 2-week detox diet challenge and the 12-week lean body system. I'm a personal trainer and a Pilates instructor, and I specialise in showing women over the age of 40 how to change the way they age. So today we're going to do our Pilates practice, and today is all about strengthening through your glutes, through your core, and also some pelvic floor strengthening. So grab your mat, get comfortable, and let's begin. When you're ready, I'd like you to lay down on the floor for me and just open up the chest, retract your shoulders and reach your hands down toward the floor. From here, I'd like you to breathe in and gently flatten your lower back into the floor. And as you breathe out, push your heels into the floor as you peel one vertebra at a time off the floor. Raise your hips up to the ceiling, squeeze your bottom cheeks. Now inhale as you float both your arms behind you, and exhale as you paste one vertebra at a time back down into the floor. Once you're down there, inhale, float both your arms over your head to your side, and exhale to relax. Let's go again. Inhale, gently flatten your lower back, push your heels into the floor and tuck your tailbone under. As you exhale, peel off one vertebra at a time. Raise your hips into what we call ski slopes. Squeeze your bottom cheeks here. Inhale as you float both your arms behind you, and exhale as you paste one vertebra at a time all the way back down into the floor. Inhale as you float both your arms over your head to your side, and exhale to relax. One more. Inhale, gently flatten your lower back, tuck your tailbone under. As you exhale, peel one vertebra at a time off the floor and raise your hips up into ski slope. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, float both your arms behind you, and as you exhale, paste one vertebra at a time all the way back down into the floor. Inhale as you float both your arms over your head to your side, and exhale. Now I'm going to ask you to grab a ball for me. If you don't have a ball, just grab a cushion or a small pillow. When you're ready, I'd like you to pop that ball or cushion between your legs. So let's start again. So just open up the chest, reach your hands down to your ankles and tuck your chin in. This time what I'd like you to do is breathe in, flatten your lower back, squeeze your ball and pull up your pelvic floor by pulling up internally through the back and front passage. Now exhale and just release all of that. Let's repeat that. Inhale, gently flatten your lower back, squeeze your ball and pull up your pelvic floor through the back and front passage. And exhale as you release. Last one. Inhale, flatten the lower back, squeeze the ball and pull up your pelvic floor through the back and front passage. And inhale as you release. Let's add on from there. I want you to inhale, flatten your back, squeeze your ball and pull up internally. And as you exhale, push into those heels and just lift your hips to the ceiling. And inhale as you paste one vertebra at a time all the way back down to the floor, and exhale to release. Let's try it again. Inhale, squeeze, flatten your lower back, squeeze your ball and pull up internally. As you exhale, push those hips straight up to the ceiling and squeeze into your bottom cheeks. Inhale and paste one vertebra at a time all the way back down into your mat, and then exhale as you release the ball. One to go. Inhale, flatten your lower back, squeeze the ball, pull up internally. As you exhale, push your hips straight up to the floor, to the ceiling. Now let's hold this shoulder bridge position for me. And I just want you to do some little pulses by squeezing that ball, by pushing your legs toward each other, and at the same time, think internally and pull up through your pelvic floor. So let's go for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Inhale as you paste one vertebra at a time back down into the floor, and exhale to release. So from there, just bring your ball off to the side for me and just holding into this position. I'd like you from here to float one leg into what we call a tabletop position. So imagine your heel is on an imaginary coffee table. So from here, I want you to take a breath in. As you breathe out, push into that foot on the floor, lift your hips up toward the ceiling And as you inhale, lower down with control. Let's repeat that. Exhale and push, and inhale, lower with control. 3 to go. Exhale and push, inhale, lower with control. Exhale and push, inhale with control. Last one. Exhale, push and hold. Now inhale as you lower that heel to hover just above the floor, and exhale and lift. Inhale, lower to hover, and exhale as you lift. Keep doing that movement for me, trying to maintain your ski slope position. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. Last one. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift, and this time as you exhale, pop your foot back down on the floor. Inhale, slowly pace one vertebra at a time back down into the floor. And exhale to relax. Let's try that to the other side. So let's float your other leg into tabletop and flex that foot for me. So from here, take a breath in. As you breathe out, push into that heel, lift your hips up into ski slope, and inhale as you lower to hover just above the floor. Exhale, push and lift, and inhale and lower. As you do this movement, try and maintain stability through the pelvic area. So try to avoid any wobbles. Exhale as you lift, and inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift and hold. Now our challenge is to maintain this position. Inhale as you float your heel to hover, and exhale as you bring back into tabletop. Inhale, lower to hover, exhale to tabletop. Inhale, lower to hover, and exhale. Inhale, lower to hover, and exhale. Inhale, lower that foot to the floor, and as you exhale, pace one vertebra at a time back down into the floor. Great work. Bringing both those knees into your chest now, let's just release through that bottom and lower back, and just imagine that you're drawing a circle through that lower back area. Listen to your body throughout these exercises, and if you find that something's not working for you, just stop. Let's reverse that movement and taking it back the other way. Before we move on, let's just do a lower back releasing exercise. So just pop both your feet on the floor, just bring your knees together, and just bring your arms out to shoulder height. Now if you'd like to add an extra stretch through the upper body, bend your elbows and place the back of your hands flat on the floor. Just be aware that your chin is tucked in. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, keep both those legs stacked as you lower both your legs down to one side. Turn your head toward the opposite shoulder, and inhale as you bring that back to the center. Exhale, going to the other side, and inhale back to the center. Let's do two more. Exhale, lowering down for me, and inhale to the center. And last one. Exhale and lowering down. Inhale to the center and exhale. So bringing both your knees back into your chest for me. Lift your head toward your knees and just roly-poly backward and forward a few times. Stay off your neck and coming into a seated position. Let's come into our next exercise. So from here, I'd like you to come down onto your mat and just bringing the front of your legs along the front of your mat and your knees in line with your hips. Now, if you have neck or shoulder problems and this feels uncomfortable, I want you to fully extend that arm and just place your ear down onto your fully extended arm. So your choice. Otherwise, just come up onto your elbow for me. Now from here, I'd like you to float both your feet off the floor, and you're going to lift that top leg up. So from here, we're going to do what we call rotation through the hip. So you're going to go knee to knee and then heel to heel. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Let's do two more. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Making this your last one. So from here, I just want you to float that foot so your top leg is nice and straight. I want you to breathe in to hover just above that bottom leg and exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower to hover. Exhale as you lift. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do three more. Inhale and exhale. Two to go. inhale and exhale, making this your last one. Inhale. Now just exhale, hold this leg to hover just above the bottom leg. Now I want you to imagine that there's a whiteboard in front of your shin, and I want you just to smudge an imaginary oval on your whiteboard. Or if you're my age or a bit older, you might think blackboard, because we had blackboards at school, but I think today they even have maybe computer whiteboards, I'm not sure. Okay, and reverse it, take it back the other way. So you should be feeling this through your hip area, and fantastic to have nice strong bottom to help protect your lower back. So now from here, everyone, just lowering that back down to the floor. Okay, so when you're ready, let's come into the other side. So coming up for me, and just swapping over to the other side, and just setting yourself up posturally correct. So just make sure your knees are in line with your hips and your shins are running down the front of your mat. Remembering you have a choice here of either extending that arm or just coming up onto your elbow. So from here, float both your feet off the floor. Now lift that top leg up. So I'm wanting you to here go from knee to knee and heel to heel. So it's rotation through the hip. So there's three parts to our bottom: our gluteus medius, our gluteus maximus, and our gluteus minimus. And this one works the gluteus medius. And these areas in your bottom, if you get them nice and strong, will help to act like a foundation to your lower back. So if you have lower back problems, it's a fantastic way of helping to strengthen and support your lower back. So from here, let's hold this position. Now let's just float that leg to hover just above our bottom leg and then lift back up. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Remember, listen to your body. If you feel that this is too much for you, have a break and you can always join back in. Let's make this your last one and hover just above your bottom leg. Now imagine that blackboard or whiteboard in front of your shin and just smudge an imaginary oval on that board. Now this is a movement from the hips, so just make sure that your knee's not moving. Now reverse that, take it back the other way. So imagine I've super glued your knee in place. 3, 4, 5, and let's lower down. Okay, stay with me. Now let's come down onto our tummy for me, so rolling onto the front of your mat. And from here, what I'd like you to do is just place your hands underneath your forehead. Bring the front of your feet flat onto the floor and just tuck your tailbone under, so you're pushing your pubic bone into the floor. Now you can either stack your hands into 2 fists and have your forehead resting that way, or just having your hands nice and flat. What I'd like you to do from here is just turn your heels toward each other so your toes are pointing away. Now I'd like you to take a breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze your bottom cheeks together and lift both those legs off the floor, and inhale as you release back down. Exhale, push the pubic bone, squeeze the bottom cheeks and lift, and inhale and release back down. Exhale, push into the floor, squeeze your bottom cheeks and lift, and inhale and lower down. Keep doing that movement for me, and as you're lifting, just be aware that those knees are straight, and I want you to imagine that I've got strings around your ankles and I'm pulling your legs away, so pulling what I say out of the hips. So just tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your bottom cheeks and lift, and then control and lower back down. Let's do 2 more. Flatten, lift and squeeze, and release back down. So 1 more, so push your pubic bone, squeeze your butt cheeks, lift and hold, everyone. Now I'd like you to flutter those legs. Listen to your body. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, that's 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, that's 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, relax. Great job. When you're ready, just coming up into child pose, just bring your feet together, allow those knees to separate, and just bring your bottom back to your heels for me, and just allow your forehead to rest on the floor. So let's just get some mobility back into the spine before we finish. So just coming up onto all fours for me, having your knees underneath your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Hollow out your lower back and look up. Take a breath in. As you're ready to breathe out, roll through the spine, draw the navel to the back and really relax through the neck. And inhale, as you roll back through, tilt the pelvis and look up. And exhale, roll through the spine, draw the navel to the back, relax the neck. And inhale as you release back through. And 3 to go. Exhale, draw the navel to the lower back, roll. And inhale and release. And last one. Exhale, rolling through the spine. And inhale and release. And exhale. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to reach out for any more information, please do so. Check me out on my website, www.danaeden.com.au.